For NJ Advanced Media, I'm Connor Hughes. When Jets acting owner Christopher Johnson met the media at the end of the season, he said that there was no playoff mandate for the Jets in 2018. Essentially, New York could fail to qualify for the postseason for an 8th straight year, and general manager Mike Maccagnan and head coach Todd Bowles could still return. And you know, when that happened and when Johnson said that, a lot of people that follow the Jets, their fans and others that keep in touch with the organization, kind of started looking ahead to the 2018 season with the mindset of this is a Jets team that's still a little bit away from the playoffs, that they are not going to be a playoff team in 2018, and they're not going to, they might compete for the postseason, but they're just not going to get there yet. That's more of a 2019, 2020 goal. But while that may be the talk around this team right now, and that might be something that people are saying and thinking, it's not necessarily the case, because the Jets are a team that, believe it or not, is a lot closer to the playoffs than a lot of people think. The Jets, as their roster is constructed right now, are not a playoff team. If the Jets essentially didn't have a draft pick or didn't make any run in free agency, and their same team from 2018 just got brought back, or from 2017 was just brought back in 2018, they're not a playoff contender. They're just not. There are too many holes littered across this roster. But the Jets have the tools this offseason to plug those holes and be a playoff contender and be a team that makes the playoffs this coming season. $100 million in salary cap space should not be overlooked. That is money that can absolutely turn the Jets around if spent correctly. If the Jets go out there and they get the right guys, maybe Trumaine Johnson or Malcolm Butler, Patrick Robinson, the cornerback from the Eagles, Ryan Jensen or Weston Richburg at center, Allen Robinson at receiver, potentially Sammy Watkins if the Rams let him go, a couple other players at running back, maybe Jeremy Hill from the Bengals, or Demarcus Lawrence, the defensive end, or Ezekiel Anza, the defensive end from the Lions, and Lawrence obviously plays for the Cowboys. If the Jets can go out there and get those pieces to plug into their team, there is no doubt that they will be significantly better. And the $100 million in cap space that they have allows them to do that. The Jets have that money to not only go out there and obviously sign Kirk Cousins, who's the prized free agent option that a ton of quarterback needy teams are going to be looking at. The Jets have the money to sign him and then go out there and sign those other notable players as well. 2-3 big name guys and a handful of second tier free agents that will absolutely have a role as well. The Jets have the financial resources to do that. Aside from that, they also have 3 picks in the first 2 rounds. They've got that first round pick, obviously the 6th overall selection, which, if not used on a quarterback, can be used on an offensive lineman, cornerback, pass rusher, anything like that. Really, you can get a game changer there with the number 6 pick. Look at the impact Jamal Adams had as a rookie last year. Look at what Leonard Williams did as a rookie. I mean, those are 2 6th overall selections the Jets have had recently who played big roles as a rookie and really helped the team. Aside from that selection, though, the Jets have 2 second-round picks, their own, and then the one that they acquired from the Seahawks when they traded Sheldon Richardson. Those are prime draft picks that, again, you can get instant contributors. So when you look at what the Jets have in terms of salary cap space, and you couple that with what the Jets have in terms of the draft picks, with that first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, and also a pick in the 3rd round, playoff teams have been built with worse tools. Teams have turned around with far, far less than that. Look at what the Giants did in 2016, when they made the playoffs there. I know obviously things collapsed for them in 2017, but look specifically at 2016. They were able to go out in free agency, and they were able to go out there and sign some big-name guys. Damon Harrison, Janoris Jenkins, big players in that regard. Also Olivier Vernon, the pass rusher from the Dolphins. In the draft, they got Eli Apple, a cornerback who actually had a pretty good rookie year. Again, I know things fell apart from in the 2nd year, but he was a really big reason the Giants' defense was as good as they were in 2016. That was a team that went from no playoffs to playoffs in 1 year. The Jets can make a similar jump. Again, though, it's going to come down to them having success in free agency in the draft. They can't whiff on one and have success to the other and make the playoffs. They've got to find ways to have success in both avenues. If they can do that, there's no reason why the Jets can't be a playoff team in 2018. For NJ Advanced Media, I'm Connor Hughes.